Hey everybody, Jillian here. I've got a brand new Bible journaling process video for you. Before I get into the process for how I'm going to create this page in my journaling Bible, I wanted to walk you through how I let what I completed in my word study using the Word Nerd Illustrated Faith Kit to guide my supply choices in my journaling Bible. So here I've got my spread that I did this morning studying the word wisdom that is used in this passage in James. This is the study Bible that I like to use for doing word studies. I use the ESV Compact Study Bible. Any study Bible that you have will work. So for this page, I let the colors of the spread kind of determine where I was going. So we've got this darker like teal color, this light pink, and then this mustard color. So I found this washi tape that's from an older Illustrated Faith kit when they were back with Dayspring, and I thought that this was a pretty good match. So I put it in a few places on the page. Then I pulled out Elaine Davis's new date stamp, which is really fun, and used that to help fill in some of the information up here. I used some alpha stickers in coordinating colors. So these are from Studio Calico. I think these are Simple Stories. They're all pretty old. And then to go ahead and stamp my word down here, I used this Distress Oxide ink in Fossilized Amber. So those things are already on my desk because I used them to create this spread. So I plan on just using them in my journaling Bible entry. I'm also going to use this card that came with the devotional kit in my entry, and then I'll probably use the washi again, and then I've got a tray here with just a bunch of things, including the kit, but that coordinate with the kit. So I know I want to use some pieces from the TN sticker sheet today. I've got the stamp set. Another great thing that I pulled from my stash that I used here actually are these typed words that are from one of the, I think it's 100 Days of Bible Promises coordinating printables. So in here, and there's like 3 different sheets of these per toolbox or per printable set. This is where I found the word wisdom. I just cut it out of here. So there are some great like faith words on here. This could even be a great jumping off point for finding a word to study. So I used wisdom here. You can see I had used mercy. I did mercy for my last study. Well, mercy's on here. I used joy for the one before that. I'm pretty sure joy is included in some version of these printables. And then faithful or some form of that word is included in one of these sets too. So this is really fun to use if you have it. If you've already downloaded it, maybe print out another copy. And then just some other things like pieces from the kit, printables from Mandy Ford, from Elaine Davis. I pulled another ink pad that coordinates with some of the printables. I'll probably use these glasses today. These are really fun from Elaine. They're in the Print and Pray shop. I used a bunch of pieces from Mandy's set in the video that I did for Illustrated Faith on Monday for Word Nerd, all sorts of things. What else do I have here? Some washi tape from Doodlebug. And then another great coordinating printable that you may have already, so just go ahead and print out another copy, is this Brave Little Tailor's The Living Word Devotional Kit. So it is Bible study oriented, lots of great cards like this that you could use as a journaling spot to get your notes down. I've done that. I'll share a picture of how I used that. And these are some pieces from her set. So you could definitely shop your stash, shop what you already have to see what you can use with this devotional kit. But please don't feel like you need all this stuff to be able to do word study, to study God's Word, to dig deep into the Bible. I promise you, you don't. All right, so I feel like we have a pretty good starting point. Let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, I'm going to grab my journaling Bible. I'm choosing to do these pages in my smaller Bible. Here's a peek at the first one I did. This page is on the Illustrated Faith blog. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it below. And then this is the page that I did in Matthew 18 for my video for Illustrated Faith earlier this week. So there's a process video for this. It's a pretty simple 10-minute entry. Both are linked below in the video description. So I'm indicating there that the passage that I'm journaling is in the top half of the page, so I'm going to layer this flashcard that says wisdom down on the bottom of the page with this adorable desk that Mandy Ford illustrated. This is the desk of my childhood. I just think it's so cute and I wanted to use it. I was in the mood to paint today, to get a little messy, so I grabbed some paints in kind of coordinating colors to go on my page today. So I'm going to use Elaine's super easy and quick baby wipe technique. I'm just putting a little bit of acrylic paint, this is from Target, onto the tip of a baby wipe and smearing it on the page in 3 places. I want to put my tab up towards the top here. And then I'm going to use this media tool from Dina Wakley. I like using these. They're made of silicone, so unlike a paintbrush, cleanup is really easy. And so I'm going in with this Anita's craft paint in more of an aqua color than like that darker teal, that vintage blue. And I'm going to put this aqua color in a couple places on the page, just some little art marks for contrast there. Again, super easy cleanup. I just used a baby wipe to clean the silicone off. Before I put this wisdom card down, I wanted to layer it with a few things and was inspired by some packaging that some Happy Mail came in. So I layered this brown craft bag with this teal ribbon from an older illustrated faith kit. I layered that behind the card and then stapled it and taped it so that it would stay together. I'm putting it right under where the passage that I'm journaling in James 3 ends. And then I'll go ahead and layer some more of this original inspiration washi tape underneath that card also. And then I'm using these really fun Word Nerd glasses from Elaine Davis. I have these printed on clear sticker paper. So after I outline the passage that I'm journaling, I'm just going to go ahead and peel the sticker release paper off and plop that down on top of the text. You can totally still read the text underneath. Although you can't for that wisdom flashcard. If you don't like covering the text, then by all means don't. You could create a tip-in or engineer some other way to get the card on the page without it obscuring the words. I wanted to use the stamp Proud to be a Bible nerd on top of those glasses, and I did not get a great stamp impression. So I tried 3 times and then gave up, and I'm just going to live with how it is now. I took inspiration from the TN spread that I did and used that asterisk stamp that's included with Elaine's date stamp and put that in a few places on my page. And then I'm just getting my journaling down, just transferring some of those notes over to the margin. I wrote, wisdom from above is not merely intellectual, but behavioral. It bears fruit. And then James in verse 17 lists the fruit that godly wisdom bears. And then I wrote, it not only knows, but it practices too. Now that I have my journaling done and I have my tab down, I'm going to go ahead and use Elaine's stamp set to get my date down. And then I'm going to use the Word Nerd stamps. I love these. They're so fun and versatile in a few places. And then let's pause for a public service announcement. I highly recommend using this StazOn stamp cleaner if you are one that uses StazOn on your stamps. I had an unfortunate incident this morning with a yellow ink pad and some stamps that had not been properly cleaned, so if you are in the same boat or you find that your stamp backer is not sticking to your photopolymer stamps, make sure that you clean them. You don't necessarily need the StazOn cleaner, but at least clean them with some dish soap and warm water. I added a really fun bow clip that I picked up from my friend Christine's Etsy shop. I'll link that below for you. And then it was indicating there that I wanted a little something extra off to the left of this cluster here. So I grabbed a couple symbols that I knew I wouldn't use from these 2 alpha sticker sheets. And that's it. So here's a look at my TN spread with my study note and how I translate that into my journaling Bible. If you guys have any questions about how to do a word study, I've got some specifics saved in a Word Nerd highlight on my Instagram profile, so head over there on Instagram at Jillsky and you can find that. If you want to pick up the Word Nerd kit, either the physical or the digital kit, I've got both of them linked down in the video description below. We would love to have you join us and geek out as we dig into God's Word together. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.